Good morning and welcome to the morning session, day 12 of 28 Days to a New Consciousness, hosted live here on the Awaken the World page. And of course, we begin right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So it's a cold morning here. We had a little bit of snow last night, and that means some shoveling. And, it's just part of our existence that we feel that time moves from one day to the next day to the next day, 1 week to the next, 1 month to the next, 1 year to the next, one lifetime to the next. So what are we talking about? We're talking about something that we would call the past. And the dichotomy that we face, that we have to understand in this relative world, is even though we have the illusion that everything is occurring in a linear line, in fact, it is all occurring in this moment of now, right now. And what we tend to do with the past is we tend to carry it around with us because we've been made to believe that we are a function of the past, that the past somehow defines us. If good things in our judgment happen to us, we judge ourselves as behaving as good. If bad things happen to us in our past, we judge ourselves as not good. Whether we realize that we own that or not, we will still find reasons to believe that we are the ones responsible. Now, we are responsible. But and we certainly will suffer the consequences of our actions in this world. But it is not a blame game, and it does not make who you are. So the interesting thing about the past is it only remains the past when we leave it there. We tend to drag the past into the present moment all the time. And when we do that, we're no longer having a present moment experience. We're actually reacting out, literally rereading the script from last time of some event in our past that mimics what's happening today. Because, of course, the mind is not really capable of absorbing anything new at that level of thought. Everything must be compared to what has come before. And when we take what we would judge as a bad event in our past and keep pulling it into our present moment, as I said, we become blind. We no longer see the opportunity in the present moment. We no longer leave room for the growth and expansion that's occurred between what we would consider the past when the event occurred and right now. Kelly says she's enacted her past out many times, right? And we do that in the present moment. When we do that, we bring all the energy that we felt about it right into the present. Now, if you have a good memory about an experience with your baby as a mother, when your child was quite young, you will remember that moment, and when you pull that moment into the present from the past, you will experience a good feeling inside. That's because you've drawn the energy right back here now. But we don't typically pull the good. We typically pull in our judgment what we judge has happened to us that shouldn't have happened. Those represent a lot of the highlights. Now, there's a reason why they represent the highlights, and that is because those so-called difficult or bad moments are indeed our best teachers. Life had to drive us to that point, to get us to understand something, to wake up and remember a truth about our being. So what do we do with the past? Well, the past is a filing cabinet. Go ahead and go into it for reference from time to time, just as you would read a history book. But do not let the behavior of your past self, which is no longer even present, to be taken over by the behavior, of the past wrongs, and pull them into the present moment. And when we do that, we're no longer there. Our lower consciousness from the past sneaks in, and we experience not the present anymore, but we experience the reliving of the past. And that's how a lot of people get caught in these cycles. They never leave the past where it is. They always believe that they are their past, and they bring it into the present moment all the time, and it becomes their present moment existence. Leave the past where it belongs. Address it as you would a filing cabinet to take a look at an old document from time to time. But understand that you are not what has happened to you, and that your past belongs right there. And where you belong and where your mind belongs is right here in the present moment. And if you can see those things from the past arising within the present moment in your experiences and in your confrontations and daily activities, you will again create that space and be able to stay present and choose to create a new result instead of reacting an old play. Much love to you this Tuesday morning. Namaste. We look forward to seeing you this evening for our evening session of 28 days to a new consciousness. And of course, today is day 12. Again, our love from both Kelly and myself. Namaste.